Hey guys, Gear Dog here. Uh, Today I want to take a look at probably my favorite EDC knife, anything knife really. It's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. I'm going to start off with the bad. Out of the box, I probably would have only rated this knife 6 out of 10. I'll tell you what was up with it. First of all, the lock was sticking like none other. I mean, you really took some force to disengage that lock. The other thing was the action on it was awful. I mean, it was like grinding the whole way. And I thought, maybe that'll smooth out. And so I kept it for a couple weeks and didn't do anything to it, and it just didn't get any better. It was just horrible play in the blade. And if I got it to the point where it was loose, I would have major side-to-side play, and it was just pissing me off. Not only that, it really wasn't even that sharp out of the box. I mean, it was okay sharp, but it wasn't like my other Spydercos I've got. So I had to sit down and spend a lot of time rebeveling the edge, and there you can see I got a pretty good mirror edge on that. But anyway, I'll show you what I did to fix that. Say this is your blade, and you take it apart. Now, of course, you can send this back to Spyderco, and I'm sure they would fix you right up, but I wanted results now. So, say this is your blade after you've disassembled it. Okay. Right around here, where your bolt goes through, there's a burr right around here. If I did like a side view, and my hole is right here, it'd be a little burr just up there. Now for me it was only on one side, but it was enough to be grinding into the phosphorus bronze bushing in there and making the action completely useless. I mean, it was awful. Flicking it out, it wouldn't always go out. Going back in, you couldn't do the one-handed thing. It was bad. I must say I was pretty upset spending $100 on a knife and not having good action. But now, with this, you just depress the compression lock, falls shut. No side-to-side wobble, no up and down. I really like this compression lock as far as usability. Now it's loosened up. I didn't do anything to the compression lock. That just loosened up over time. Put a little oil on it. Got full skeletonized liners in there. Open construction, cleaning it, super easy. Take some Q-tips, run it through there. You got the 4-way pocket clip, right, left, up, down. Got a huge lanyard hole there. Really, you could use paracord with the guts in it, but I took it out because it makes a little better lanyard. Ergonomics. Boy, this knife fits in your hand good. I don't know what it is about this knife. I went to the knife shop the other day looking for a new knife, and honest to God, I couldn't find anything. I mean, there were some Spydercos I wanted that were a little out of my price range right now, but I was looking at some, lower end Spydercos and such, and that just didn't feel good to me. Ergonomics, you can choke up on that. The S30V, I know a lot of guys talk about chipping with that, and I will say right at first, before I sharpened it, I did get some chips. I got about 2 or 3 just so tiny chips. They weren't really, you had to look for them to feel them, or if you ran it across the edge of your nail you could feel them. But since I've sharpened those out, I haven't had any chipping problems. I've heard that several times, and now I've seen it. If you sharpen it out, you typically don't run into any more chipping problems. So, Golden, Colorado. There's Sal and Eric's logo on there. I put a little bit of red paint in the clip, and the spider in the clip, but it didn't show up too well. But after those modifications, after getting it sharpened up, getting the action smooth, it's I would say it's a 10 out of 10. It's hands down my favorite knife right now. Let's take some close-ups of it. Probably got my fingerprints all over it. What's that? S30V. Spyderco. Look at that jimping. Awesome jimping on here. You also notice on top here, it's kind of recessed jimping, and it really does a good job. It doesn't eat your pocket up because it's recessed, but when you stick your finger on there, you bite into it good. The screws are top notch. This G10, I feel like I would want just a tad bit rougher G10, but then I'm already noticing that my jeans are getting torn up from where the clip goes on my pocket. So if it was any rougher, I'm sure my jeans would be even more torn up. There you can see the skeletonized liners in there. Now one thing, if you do take it apart and do that smoothing out on the blade pivot hole, this piece back here, your lanyard hole tube, is flared. So if you just take it apart, and don't try to take both pieces apart, just pivot on that and swing it over, and that way you don't have to worry about that flared tube at the end. See, I put a little red paint in the spider. It shows up alright. The clip, I like the clip. I wish I had something a little less flashy, but that's okay. There's Sal and Eric's logos. Golden, Colorado. Earth. And there's that edge after I fixed it up. It's nice and sharp. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, you're looking for a good EDC blade, strong. Once you fix it up and get some smooth action. Now I've heard guys get pretty smooth action right out of the box. Maybe I just got a dud or something. I don't know. But there it is. Spyderco paramilitary 2.